Hi everyone. I'm curious if you can guys see me. I don't know if anyone is here yet. I know that there's a little delay, so I wait a little bit while I prepare here. If you're here, can you guys write me that you can hear me, see me? Would be lovely. Do I know? Can I see the chat? I can see the chat. Hi. So I hope you can hear me and see me. And oh, Vicky, hey. Well, at least we can talk like this. I miss you. Hi, Simon. Hey. I decided to do the VR to Mascha because I love those type of VRs and I didn't want to edit and re-record and whatever. So I thought I'm just going to go live. Hi everyone. Inga Borska. Hi, Inga. So I'm prepared. I even printed the prompts from Mascha. I don't know, guys, if you've seen Mascha's video, but Musings by Mascha. She's here on YouTube and also on Instagram. And yeah, she has done, I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me well? Because I've got this thingy here. Maybe I put it a bit up. Okay, hopefully it's not going to be annoying. Loud and clear. Thanks, Simon. Thank you. So yes, Mascha has done this beautiful VR about decks in 2020. It was called her favorite tarot in 2020. You see it in the title of my live chat. And I decided I'm going to do, I don't know if Mascha did it like this, but I'm going to use only decks that I purchased or received in 2020. Hi, Kathy. Hi, guys. I hope, yeah, it was impromptu chat, live chat as usual. I planned 20 minutes before I went live, so I'm glad that anybody is here and that you guys managed to join in. I don't know how long you have, but it will take a little while. So if you can, grab yourself a cuppa, because we're going to be doing the favorites of 2020 and based on Mascha's prompt. So, hi Lennon, hi Francesca, hi from Italy. Nice to have you guys here. I love that we can gather together with, you know, I wish we had like a sound chat that we could, you know, I could just hear you responding as well. That would be lovely. Rika is here. Hi, everyone. Okay, I give you guys 2 more minutes for people to join in. How have your holidays been? I hope you had a good time. I have spent them traditionally with family. Yeah, we impromptu life, exactly. Uruguay. Oh, cool. Where else are you guys from? I know that Simon is from the UK and a lot of you guys are from the US. So yeah, we're kind of a gathering of souls from all over the place. So maybe I'm going to start slowly because as usual, I probably won't have one deck for one prompt, but I will try to reduce and, you know, this was a list I made of decks that I received in 2020 and there was quite a lot of, this starts here, there was quite a lot of decks, guys. This includes oracles as well, but I'm not going to include oracle decks here. This is going to be only tarot, okay? How are things with restrictions, Simon? They kind of are going to go tougher from tomorrow, 28th. till 16th of January. I think we have the school holidays, so they're trying to, like, you know, reduce the movement. So I think the necessary shops will be open, but they will close all the other shops. And until now, it was kind of semi lockdown. Restaurants were closed. You couldn't sit in cafes. In cafes, you could just take away things. So, you know, living in a city, it just loses everything you kind of like about the city. So I really miss Croatia, and like being in a small village. At least I had nature. Whereas now in the city, you don't, you know, you can't go out, you can't sit with friends in a cafe, you can't go to a restaurant, you can go to the cinema. Every entertainment bit of the city is taken away, and it's kind of a bit boring, really. There's Scotland, Canada. Oh, Magda Wiśniewska, pozdrawiamy, hi. Speaking it will manifest it, yeah. Next wave of technology, says Kathy. Smelly vision, yeah, I would love that, right? Smell my wonderful, you know, aroma, organic aroma diffuser, and my oils and stuff. Yeah, it would be cool to have the smelly vision. Oh, Christina from Greece, Ukraine. Hello, neighbor. Oh, you bought Forest of Precious Twigs for Christmas? Yeah, I seriously love these decks. And Trisha has sent me these little whispering words. They come with this little linen bag. And, you know, these are the tiny, tiny words. And they're so wonderful. I don't know. She just has the vibe about the decks. They're really healing decks. Denmark. Oh, you guys are taking over my chat now. All right. So first prompt, guys. Okay. Your favorite collage deck. And I have a few. So the first one that I got somewhere at some point in 2020 would be the mini Dust to Onyx. I also have the large version, but you know, this deck is incredible, and I love the artwork that Courtney Alexander puts out there. So this is one of the really like most beautifully produced decks that I own. And the large version also with the UV spot is amazing, but this one is seriously wonderful as well. So I picked this one as the favorite collage tarot, but I show you a few more just in case, you know. Oh, the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. Yeah, I would love this one. So the Lua Tarot, I don't know how many of you know about this deck, is from Marie Bento. She did the Divine Muses Oracle, and it's a black and white deck. So it's kind of the type a little bit around, you know, if you had Victorian or Victorian Romantic, that's something, it feels a little bit like this, but she does a great collage work as well. So for anybody who likes black and white decks, it's inclusive, it has a lot of different characters, different body types, different ages, and it's really well made too. Great paper, and you know, nice box, and yeah, it's really well made. So it's also a collage deck, and I think even though I'm showing you now maybe not favorites, because I haven't really played with this deck yet, because I received so many decks for reviews and I didn't get a chance to, you know, play with all of them. But as a collage, I think this is really well made. And then I do love, and it's one of my faves, the Starseeker Tarot. I think this is collage, yeah? We would call it a collage deck. I think so. Yeah, I sometimes have issues with discover, is it a collage deck or isn't it a collage deck? I don't know. So anyway, this is by Nikki, the Van Mystic on Instagram. I don't know her surname. And it's her deck. It's actually so well made also. It's really great production. So yeah, this as a collage deck, this one is really sweet too. It's a gentle deck. It delivers the messages gently. It has lovely coloring as well. So if you want to kind of come down using this tarot deck, this one is pretty cool. So the Starseeker Tarot, one of my favorites collage decks. And recently I discovered, this was sent to me by my lovely friend Victoria. So Vicky, if you're still here, I thought in the beginning, you know, I had got so many decks, so I opened it and I thought, meh, I don't know. You know, like with art decks, sometimes if the art wasn't made for tarot, sometimes you have so many like misinterpreted cards. But yeah, but this Lonely Dreamer tarot, it's really beautiful. And I know that it's using the art of Odilon Redden. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But also it was, you know, by, what's her name, Melissa Waterspoon. It was adapted to tarot. So I'm pretty sure this is like a collage type of decks. If I'm wrong, just please put it into the chat and, you know, tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels collage, and it's a really kind of mystical and very dreamy deck. So I really love it. And the more I was looking into it, it's like doing the wonder walk, you know. The more I was looking into this deck, the more I was looking into the cards, the more beautiful I found it. So do you guys have this deck, the Lonely Dreamer Tarot? I'm curious, what do you think about it? If anyone wants to share in the chat, please do. So these ones were the favorite collage tarot of mine. So the next prompt is your favorite pocket or travel size tarot. And with the pocket and travel size, I really, again, the most amazing gift. I love this deck. This is a Rider-Waite-Smith deck by Carol Herzer. And that was the title, so it's like Illuminated Tarot. Yeah, you have it, Simon. Yeah. Have you used it much? Because, yeah, I just realized, you know, sometimes when I'm away and I come back and I just unpack, let's say, 10 decks at once, freaks me out. Like, I don't know what to do with it. I suddenly don't like tarot anymore, and it's just too much. I prefer to get decks, like, you know, in installments, like with time breaks, so I can get a chance to actually receive the deck's message. But yeah, this is, I think, one of my favorites by Carol Herzer, and you know who you are there. Oh, I love that. I love it. Thank you so much. So this is definitely one of my favorites travel, because it's a little one, you know, it's a cute, like a, not mini, but it's kind of like a poker size. Yeah, Simon, you would know that, right? Because you review a lot of decks too. So it's just, yeah, sometimes when they come all at once, it's kind of scary. Just overwhelming. I don't see the beauty in all of them. I just need to sit down and have a bit of a break and go, okay. So that's how I kind of missed the Lonely Dreamer, because I looked at it within all the other decks and I was just going like, what the fuck? I don't know. Is this a cool deck? I don't know. I don't think so. But, you know, then I took a break and I sat down and I looked into it, and I was just going, wow, I missed so much. It reminds me of those wonder walks that I do now. I have another vlog to upload today on my channel or tomorrow. And I went into nature with the deck of Wonder Walking by Amy One. You know, this one, it's an oracle deck. And I went into nature and I did some wonder walking with this deck. I love this deck. So I'm going to upload it again. Yeah, Kathy says that's why she has many unopened decks. I admire you, Kathy. I wish I could just not open them. I think that probably would be the simplest measure to, you know, counteract my overwhelm. But at the same time, I'm a Sagittarius. I think, Kathy, you are Sagittarius too, but I do not have bloody patience. Like, I see a parcel and I have to open it. My friend Victoria, she laughed at me. She's like, oh God, I didn't expect you to open all the decks, like as soon as you walked into your place. But that's exactly what I did. So yeah, it would be, maybe I try maybe next time not to be so, you know, fast. So that would be the Carol Herzer deck, the glitter one, very special, beautiful color one would be my favorite travel decks from 2020. And let me remind you, these are just decks I received in 2020. So I'm not doing my favorites ever, you know, all the decks that I used in 2020. I might do another video for that. Yeah, oh, you were an Aries, Kathy. Okay. I thought you were a fire sign, but somehow, yeah, I thought somehow you were in Sagittarius. Yeah, right, Francesca? Exactly. So the third one is your favorite tarot in beauty, or the tarot you find the most beautiful. And I think from 2020, that would be, you know, many decks, obviously, but I just pick a few because they will be reappearing. But I love that Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. So I don't know, it's a huge deck. The cards are really huge. It's an abstract deck. And I love it. I think it's just so beautiful. It feels, it was one of the decks that really kind of forced me into reading with more abstract decks, but forced me through like, wow, I'm excited, you know, like I wanna do this. I wanna go into the cards. I wanna do the path working. I wanna go in, and I just love it. And it has the little kind of keywords in the bottom. So and has the tarot structure. So if you know tarot, you can, you know, help yourself with tarot structure, but it's lovely not to look at any of this and just get the image impress you or do any impression on you. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you. Impromptu live. So yeah, I think one of the most beautiful decks, and just it's this Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. But to be honest, I got so many which I could put into this category. I think Shimmering Veil Tarot by Sheila Conway, definitely. And actually, you know, oh, hi, Queen said. Actually, I don't really care so much for, you know, gilding and stuff, but this gilding on the new version of Shimmering Veil is pretty stunning. And I love the artwork. I love everything about this deck. It's a bit glary here, but yeah, so it's really beautiful. Also, I think for the beauty's sake, like this little painted tarot, I don't know, guys, if you know it, if many of you have it, but Mary Magdalene card. I just think when it comes to beauty, like artistic beauty, these were all paintings that Sophie McKay Knight, she's the artist, that she did, and they just incredible. Simon, you mean this painted tarot, or no, you meant the Shimmering Veil, right? Because I watched one of your videos and you love it as well. Yeah, I know it. Hi, Mary France. Look at this Four of Wands. Oh, I just love it. The colors, I don't know. This deck is just so special. And when you put a few cards together, they just look so, like the color and the burst of color is amazing. So yeah, for art and beauty, definitely stunning deck. Yeah. This one is actually from your side of the world, Simon. I think it's, is it Scotland, maybe? I think Scotland or Wales. I think it's from Scotland. Yeah, it's incredible deck. And I'm going to leave the rest because otherwise we'll be here forever. So number 4, your favorite unique or standing on its own tarot deck. I know, Simon, sorry. So unique and standing on its own, I have to pick the Story Medicine Tarot, the 2nd edition. I keep it in a bag from Ivo, you know, the skull guy, Ivo Manos, and it's this. Oh yeah, this is not from this thing. So it's the 2nd edition of the Story Medicine Tarot. So if you like Jessica's work and her decks, you will like this one too. I love her decks. So this is definitely a stand on its own tarot because it's not in any way reminding you of the regular tarot deck. So it's just, you know, a totally different, and she puts like little prayers or little kind of affirmations on the cards, and it's amazing. I love her deck. So I personally, you know, I'm sold. I love it, so I use it. And this is for me definitely my favorite unique standing deck. But also, this deck is not ready yet. Oh, hi, Melanie. Oh, Kathy, show us your necklace. How can you show us your necklace? On Instagram, maybe. Share your Evo necklace. If you guys don't know Evo makes the most amazing crystal skulls. So if somebody likes, this is an azurite skull, and there's a wonderful, hi Stacy. I mean, Stray Cat, it's Kathy. Hi, Kathy. This is my Australian skull. Oh, he makes the most amazing skulls. It's called Evo Manus, and you can find him on Etsy. So this deck also unique standing deck, and this by Colin. It's a preview copy, so it's not existing yet, but it's a totally different deck. It's he changed the major arcana, the numbers. So for example, the moon is 21 and so on. So everything about this deck is different. And it's a pip deck as well. And it's got the whole story about learning and creative thinking. So I think it's going to be a cool deck. He's going to do a Kickstarter with this deck. I think, I don't know when, next year at some point, but this is a cool deck. Jenny, you on your wish list? Which one is it? I missed it. The painted tarot, Jen. Is it on your wish list? Oh, Kathy doesn't do Insta. Shit. Yeah, Kathy wants a turquoise skull. Victoria, I'm not sure when it's going to be out, the Ocean Dry Tarot. I think he's thinking of Kickstarter campaign to you know, publish it and print it. I'm not sure, next year at some point, I think, because the deck is ready. So I think he's just trying to prepare for the Kickstarter. So now this was the unique standing deck. I have to mention one more. The lovely Hetien from, you know, the Mysteries of Mary deck. She has sent me, I don't know if these decks are still available or not, but she's created a few of the gilded Mary decks. And it has a little bit different paper. I think I do prefer the first paper without the gilding, but this paper is really good too. And it's a golden Mary deck. And you know me, and I love this. I love this. Yeah, Simon. Yeah, the painted tarot is in Scotland, and Eugene wanted the painted tarot. All clear now. So the Mysteries of Mary tarot deck, it's definitely one of the self-standing and standing on its own tarot decks, because it's totally like crazy. You cannot use it even if you know tarot. I was laughing with Melanie that you know, I can use this deck mostly with the booklet, but the book is amazing and you can learn so much through using this tarot. So I highly recommend Hetien's deck and work in general on Patreon. I support her on Patreon and I love what she does. Yeah, it came, Melanie. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And, you know, it comes with this beautiful silk bag, and it came with a little golden Mary, and with this amazing, you know, that little kind of crocheted heart, golden heart. So yeah, it's all like always whatever Hetien posts, and it's amazing. Spolia Tarot. Yeah, if anybody knows about Spolia Tarot, somebody's asking here. Rusty Nail, I don't know what's your name. I'm pretty sure it's silly to call you Rusty Nail. If you want to, you can share your name. But yeah, I do have Spolia, but the first edition, I don't know if the second edition is, I haven't looked, you know, I'm not sure. Okay, number Yeah, we need a Black Madonna tarot now, exactly. Number 5, your favorite nature-based or animal tarot. So the nature-based probably will be from 2020, right? We're talking 2020, will be the Telluric Tarot by Lunaria Gold. Again, I just have gotten it, so it comes with this gorgeous book, full color. And you know, I love minerals and I love plants, so I'm happy. I probably wouldn't use it as a tarot because, you know, it's really hard and everybody has personal associations with archetypes and these stones. And, you know, I've been working with stones for years now, so I really created my own associations, never, you know, too close to learn. So I love the book that she provides. And I just personally really love her art. And imagine how much work had to go into creating a deck like this. Just, you know, she studied actually mineral, how do you say it? Mineralogy? No, you know, anyway, about gems. She studied like the about minerals and stones and gems and stuff. So she knows this. So what am I missing here? Rusty Nail laughing that it was this exception, not putting his name, but that's okay. I don't know even if it's he, but Spolia is one of those decks that I have to overhand. It doesn't shuffle. I love shuffling Spolia. I don't know, I have the first edition. Do you talk about the first edition, Kathy? Because I love that kind of sound Spolia makes, this shh, shh. But yeah, it's a big deck because it has more cards than 78. So anyway, this would be my favorite plant-based deck from 2020, the Telluric Tarot by Lunaria Gold. Really beautiful. And my favorite animal-based tarot deck would be the El Goliath Tarot. And this is the second edition, which came out in 2020 with, you know, black edging and different backs. And it's also very beautiful. I love this deck. I love my first edition. I love the hugeness of the cards, and it's my favorite, but this one is amazing too. So this would be my favorite animal-based tarot deck. I love this deck. And it's white, black and white. Yeah, Jen, I think the Telluric Tarot can be definitely, and I will probably use it as Oracle deck. I can't see myself using it as tarot, to be honest. Also, she doesn't have like a court cards. It goes from 1 to like 14, you know, like she includes the court cards as numbers. Yeah, so I think... Oh, did you like the recent reading? Cool. Yeah, I just put for a month of January, and now where is the full heading reading. So if anybody wants to get inspiration from moi, you can get the reading. It's available, I think, till the end of January. I'm going to leave it on. Thanks, Jen. And yeah, Kathy said that shuffling. Yeah, it's chunky because it has all the, you know, elements and all the zodiac signs cards added. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. The shuffle is in the sound, Mel. I think so too. And also Mysteries of Mary shuffles amazingly. It just gives me pleasure to shuffle, guys. I think that's one of my fetish. I could just shuffle. I actually do shuffle every bloody day. Yeah, calms me down. So that was nature-based and animal-based tarot. And by the way, if I were to pick my favorite animal-based tarot from 2020, but not that I got in 2020, it would be the Wild Messengers, but only if you also have the book. I think this book and this deck is amazing. And again, a gift. This one person who is here, I think, I don't know how I can thank this person, because I could say that this person has, you know how people, like how your dreams get fulfilled And so this person has fulfilled so many of my dreams that it's quite overwhelming to even think about. But this Wild Messengers deck and book, I use it often in readings, and I love those invocations that I think, what's her name? Piquet, Lara, can't remember the first name, but she wrote the book. It's amazing. It is amazing. And I don't know, this deck, I was a little bit disappointed because I think the artwork is incredible, but somehow it gets lost. I don't know, the decks are so cool, you know, you get this UV spot and it just like pops, and then you turn the cards around and I don't know, they just don't give you that wow effect, even though when you again look closer, you know, the artwork is quite beautiful and soulful and just amazing. But so I was a bit kind of, it took time for me to really get to use it and love it. But this would be my favorite animal deck for 2020. And for me to pick a favorite, it's not easy. I have to be really bloody impressed. So yeah, what else? Am I missing anything interesting? What are you guys chatting about? Yeah, so I showed you a few cards from this. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, so this Wild Messengers deck, if you like animal decks, this and the book, I show the book. Oh, I wish somebody just paid me for this, really, guys. Paid me for my passion. So this is the book. This is the book. It's incredible. Look at just how it's made. It's easy to find. These are the elements, you know, water, air, and earth, and fire. There's spreads at the end. It's with index. It's amazing. And the invocations are, should I pull us a card? I'm going to pull us a card, okay, from this deck. So you can, our collective inspiration for 2021, shall we? Okay, just one. And I'm going to just read the invocation for us, okay? Oh, you too, Jen, yeah. I love it. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's see. Alchemist. So I think this is a magician. Wow. Ain't that powerful? I love that. So then when we go for the majors, you have everything in this book. There is like heaps of questions, prompts, just magic happening about every and each major arcana. So this is Jaguar, and this is Magician, and Face of Alchemy is Dissolution. And the invocation, so this is what we want to hear from the alchemist, from the Jaguar. Jaguar, help me remember my magic so I can partner with reality. It's time for me to alchemize my experiences, framing them not through the eyes of victimhood, but through the lens of learning. Sometimes contrast is the best teacher. If I haven't received what I needed and wanted, then let me aim for the opposite experience. I lay claim to my desires. I will rise. Ain't it cool? I love it. You don't make magic so much as you harness it. So yes, this is inspiration for us. Yeah, right, Melanie? That this deck, spot on. Whenever I read for friends, or, you know, I use it very often in my readings, it's really quite incredible from the feedback I get as well. Hi, my voice tarot. Hi, Carol. Hi, Carol. Yeah, glad you're getting it. It's really good. So the guidebook is awesome, Kathy. It's really incredible. So this was the Animal Tarot. Your favorite Rider-Waite-Smith. We know what I'm going to show. So it's Carol Hetzel. This one I bought myself. They both my favorites. The one I got from my friend, and this one. This is the Crystal Fire. You can't really see much because the video won't show the beauty of this deck, but it's also a glitter deck. So I think in general, Carol's Rider-Waite-Smith decks are my favorite Rider-Waite-Smith. But I also have gotten for €5 on one of the you know, tarot groups. I've gotten the Albano White Tarot. And this crazy Albano White Tarot is also, I like it. I like this craziness. Hi, Antonio. This craziness of the deck. Oh, is it sold out? The messenger deck, Wild Messengers. Oh, that sucks. Bummer. Sorry, I didn't know it sold out. I haven't, I haven't looked since I had it, but so this is Albano White, and oh, I'd love the vintage version of this, just because this US Games version just feels, kind of really new. It's a touch too laminated for my liking, but it's okay. If I don't have vintage, then I can have this. But yeah, I would love a vintage of that one. Whom are you missing, Kathy? I miss your friend. Which friend? The one who gifts me all the decks? Or which friend are you talking about? Tell me. Yeah, Kathy, Albano is crazy. I love the colors too. Exactly. It's a crazy. Yeah. So, your favorite in Whimsical Tarot from 2020. I really love the. Where is it here? I really love the embroidered forest tarot. I thought for the Whimsical it would really go well. So I don't know how much you know about this deck. I have the interview with the creator of this deck, Alice. She's lovely. She's also from the UK, I think. Natalia, I know. Where the fuck is Natalia? Natalia Uroburos. You're going to get punished for not getting on my live. She's okay. I think I've spoken to her recently. She's been hanging out, just with her family over Christmas, and she has moved. So yeah, I'm going to speak to her next week. But we all, Natalia, missing you here, so you better come on next time. So this is the tower, and this deck is whimsical in the sense of like she just embroidered all of this. Yeah, Annette, you love this deck. Yeah, it's really gorgeous, and I love also the feel of it, and it's got bees and swans. If you into any Mary or goddess related, these two animals, also like a stag. It's just, yeah, it's a lovely deck. It's so beautiful. Look at this magician, so cute. And it's a peep deck as well, so all in one, really cute. But so that's Whimsical. And I think I would have to add the Lonely Dreamer Tarot again, because it is very whimsical in that sense, and it feels so otherworldly in a bit. Like it feels really sacred feminine too, and like in a sense like kind of Christian again, like this mystical feel to it. I don't know if you would share the same opinion, but it just has that kind of merry vibe to me. So I don't know. Yeah, Natalia killed her channel. She did intend, and she did it. Her channel ain't no more. She is recording a lot of videos for her professional channel, which is, her work as a psychologist. So she is still recording videos. If you miss her, you can go and watch her videos about gender change. But yeah, she's not doing tarot anymore. Yeah, people have this deck. Awesome. I love the strength too. It's really amazing. So, okay, that was the Whimsical Tarot. Number 8. My favorite, and Mascha split it, type 1 Tarot de Marseille, type 2 Tarot de Marseille. I didn't go there. I didn't really get many Tarot de Marseille decks this year, if any. I got actually... so my favorite Tarot de Marseille that I got from this year, I think it was this year or very end of last year, is from Natalia actually, and it is this Tarocchi Fine della Torre in Bologna, and it's wonderful. It's like this kind of painted Tarot de Marseille. but it's a little bit different, and it has this gorgeous paper. Yeah, there is just something amazing about old historical decks. I just find them really beautiful. So this was a gift from Natalia that we just talked about. And whoever doesn't know Natalia, well, I'm sorry. So this, and then the next one is your favorite pip deck. And actually I got this deck from Pablo. That's Essential Tarot by Pablo Monti, and I thought it would be a great tarot deck. I'm yet to do a review of it, but what he did, he put tarot to like the bare essentials. That's why it's called Essential Tarot. And this is actually Rider-Waite-Smith. Thanks, Simon. I know I'm just a lucky biatch. I get a lot of good people around me. So this is Rider-Waite-Smith boiled down to essential elements. And if you wanted, I think it would be a great deck if you wanted to swap maybe to reading a bit more with pip decks, but yet feel a bit anxious and hyperventilating when you think of pip decks like Marseille style. This is Rider-Waite-Smith just made into a pip deck. So you see, in the Lovers, so there's, the fire and the snake, and then we have pips, but it's 4 of cups, the 3 cups and the 1 cup. You would recognize everything, this is the Temperance, right? The two chalices, the tower, and everything, and he colored it a little bit so it's not so kind of boring or dry like Marseille type decks. A lot of people don't like the historical style, so I thought with the Essential Tarot lucky piach. And with this Essential Tarot, it could be a cool deck for changing into or like swapping and expanding into reading pips, and yet not being too thrown into the deep water of just doing, just the pips. This is kind of connected to Rider-Waite-Smith. So there's something you guys can look into if you're interested. Your favorite tarot in a hobby or culture you love. So here I have my hobbies. My hobbies revolve this year and last year around mysticism of many different religions, around tarot and around astrology, and learning about other cultures in general. So this is the Robert Mempley's Tarot of the Saints, and it has all the Christian saints and Christian vibes. So this is an out of print deck, and I know it's annoying. I got this one from a swap with a lovely lady who made it possible for me to have this deck with the book. Another one that I also got on eBay was the Master Tarot. It's kind of based on Jesus stories from like New Testament. So it has all these different stories, and people are the archetypes. I don't know how to show it best not to get this glare. So this is the Master Tarot. I like it. It's a cool deck. And the booklet is not bad. It's by Mario Montano and Amerigo Folci. Thanks, Kathy. Yes, I'm a lucky and loved biatch. So, and if I pick the culture also, because of Black Lives Matter and a lot of the talk about learning from one another, I also have this Hoodoo Tarot, which I love the artwork of, and I love the book, and I love learning from this deck. Oh, and Aunt Caroline, she is the guide for this deck, so I'm happy to see her. Oh, I love, I love learning through tarot. There is so much we can learn through the cards, through the deck, and the art for this deck, even though it's mass-produced, it's just so beautiful. And I don't know, there's something magical about this deck, and you can learn a little bit about Hoodoo. And if you haven't seen, I always say, because this is the best review I've seen in ages, go to Oya's Girl and watch. I don't know if Queen Osetes he's still here, but you have to watch her review of this deck because it is like perfection of a review. It's really awesome. So I highly recommend checking it out. And this deck is amazing. So yeah, I wish there was, more decks that are a little bit affordable like that. I would like to get the Jessie Jumanji's tarot, but to get it to Europe, it's really, really expensive. I will get it at some point, but I think it's just started being shipped again. Okay, so that was the favorite in a hobby or culture you love. Have I missed? Hi, Asha. Yeah, I know, Vicky. One of the ladies from just watching my channel. She really wanted me to have it, so we swapped for stuff. It was really awesome. Jesus as a hobby. I know, Mel. He's my hobby. I'm up for. I think Jesus and just Christ was a revolutionary. I love him. Oh, I have him here. I think he was awesome. And this is my Mary Magdalene. I kind of remade my Mary statue into Mary Magdalene, and I love that kind of black and white that I made her. She reminds me also of hell, and just, yeah, nice couple. So it's all symbolism though, right? Everybody gets me. I'm not really Christian or Catholic, for that matter, more Christian than Catholic. My voice tarot loves Hoodoo Tarot, yeah. Yeah, Asha, you watched her review. It's awesome review. And she gives a lot of books you can read. So yeah, it's really awesome. Oh, you had a issue with uneven cut of cards in the Hoodoo Tarot? I didn't even notice, but I don't care anymore these days. Yeah, nice statues. I know. I got them, secondhand. They kind of in Poland you can get those statues sometimes without trying too hard because whole Poland is Catholic. So yeah. Oh, and if you guys, somebody wrote here, my voice tarot said that they did reading for Kwanzaa. I did reading for Kwanzaa as well. Kwanzaa is this Swahili for fruit. Fruit. What was it? For the fruit of the fresh fruits, and it's a celebration for community, celebration for life. And Queen Osset and Veronica Rose, they do this Kwanzaa every year, and Veronica Rose prepared those spreads. It takes 7 days for the celebration. So you can do every day is for a different kind of, today was for self-determination, and you do a spread for self-determination, and you can share the spreads if you want in a video form. I shared my own Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, it's on IGTV. You can just do, the written form and share somewhere if you want to join in. But I thought I'm going to do it this year. It's 7 days of Kwanzaa. Let's celebrate life and community. That's really cool. And okay, so yeah, you mean the Hoodoo Tarot? Okay, Tammy is Catholic. Yeah, I totally know. I was brought up Catholic. My mother is a devout Catholic. My whole country is Catholic. I was Catholic for half of my life too, but I think I love. If I was to choose any religion, I would probably go into the mysticism. I just love mystics of any religion. I think they got the right idea. That's why they were kind of aside of everything else. Yeah. All right, so the next one, before I get sidetracked totally. So your favorite in a story or tarot featuring myths and stories. as I said, the Story Medicine Tarot, right? As the name suggests, a really great deck for telling stories, for creating stories, for practicing storytelling. Yeah, it's just very rich for imagination. And if you watch also Jessica's work in general, she is a storyteller, so no wonder that her deck is, this is storytelling deck. This is a deck that takes a long time to work with and get close to. Maybe long time is not the right word, because it's not something that you need a long time to get to like it, but it takes a long time to work deeper with this deck, and maybe like every deck really, but this one specifically, I think, because it's so different from the regular tarot system. And another one which I think it's amazing, and I think it is one of my favorite in 2020 in general, this Playful Heart Tarot. My total surprise that deck knocked me down. I didn't expect to like it. I was doing this inner child work with Susanna Conway, and Zara made artwork for Susanna's inner child course. And I don't usually care much for those cutesy deck and those, I had Saki Saki, I have Kitty Kahane. I like them, but I never really feel drawn to use them. So this Playful Heart Tarot, first of all, just how it's made, the paper, it's the same as Ursi decks from this, what are they called? From Taiwan, from Expert Playing Cards Company. I love their stock. It shuffles well, you can bridge, you can riffle shuffle, it's amazing, even though I don't give a fuck about cardstock anymore. Seriously, I don't too much, unless it's really, really bad, I just don't care anymore. But this is, when it's well made, you swoon, right? So I swooned, and it's so smart. The little book is so smart. I did a review of this deck, so I'm not going to go much deeper into it, but it's such a great storyteller too. The colors, it's, even though it's childlike, it actually does give really deep and quite profound readings. So I love it. I just can't on this one. What do you mean, Kathy? What did I miss now? Playful Heart Tarot. Asha, which deck did you mean? The Story Medicine Tarot? Or the Playful Heart Tarot? One is Playful Heart Tarot, and one is that I showed before is the Story Medicine Tarot. They're both great storytellers. And I'm, again, totally blown away by this Playful Heart Tarot, and didn't expect it to be so cool. Yeah, the Story Medicine is available on GameCrafter for anyone. And Victoria, you love Playful Heart. Yeah. Oh, did I? I didn't know. I thought maybe you had it before. You usually have all the decks before I have all the decks. You are my lovely assistant, right? But yeah, sometimes we swap. Sometimes we inform each other. That's true. The Story Medicine Tarot, you meant Asha. Okay, cool. Yeah, creators don't often control. Oh, you still hear said Queen. Yeah, they don't often control the production. That's true. If you mass produce or you have not really much saying. But I guess most of the indie decks are pretty well done these days. I'm actually also surprised about this. I got this deck from a swap, Apparition Tarot by Mary Evans. I love this deck. Oh my god, it's the big cards. And it's just, again, this, kind of Christian, old European and beyond roots. So I'm totally into it. And it's smart, and it has a lot of white space, and it's just amazing. I really love it. and it has a lot of connotations to, in my eyes, to Mary and, you know, all this work that I have been doing for years now, and still I don't see myself finishing anytime soon. Just because what we do, I think, through Hetien also, it's so on the side, on the edge, in between. It's so hard sometimes to distinguish and take it away from the structured religion, and it's, yeah, it takes a long time to truly like integrate it within oneself. So it's interesting. Yeah, Kathy, if you don't know Apparition Tarot, I think you might like it for sure. Oh, hi Lina, nice to see you. Anybody, do you guys remember Lina? Hi Lina, nice to see you. So, okay, that was the story and tarot featuring myths and stories, and then your favorite in cardstock and deck production. Well, I think you cannot, like, most of these decks I shown are great. Dust to Onyx, amazing production. The Playful Tarot, I think it's amazing because the cards are quite thin. You can actually easily shuffle it, but they're not thin that you go, ooh, you know, it's going to rip off. No, they like amazingly just the right thickness. Like, for example, as much as, you know, it feels great, the rose petal and all of this stuff, but when you actually use the cards, I would like to have a little bit more slide. So it feels great when I hold the single card in my hands, and it's really amazing. The feel, you know, it's beautiful. But when I shuffle and then I want to do like my, it's just not splitting so nicely. So I would prefer this to be a little bit less rose petally and a little bit more slidey. But, you know, everybody has their own idea. So I think no artist has created a deck that is perfect for everybody. But definitely most of those indie decks are incredible quality, really beautiful. Favorite modern tarot. I actually want to mention this one because, yeah, Essence 818. What's your name? I just wish I knew all your names. The Playful Heart Tarot, and especially that little book. It's so much fun. It's a smart book. It's a really cute book and funny, and it's one of those books that when you read about the card, you remember the card. So, you know, now King of Swords is always James Bond to me, and she just uses the really sweet language, and it's emotional, and you have the memory kind of activated by it. So I really recommend this one. If you, you know, like me, and you're not too keen on, in general, cutesy artwork, maybe you will vomit after a while, but I'm surprised I'm not vomiting. I really like it. And here, actually, Lina from Fire of Transformation, she loves this deck. And I was always looking, and she was so raving about it. And I was like, yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. I don't know. Maybe I will get it at some point. And then, yeah, it happened. And I'm not regretting it at all. Oh, you have this, Jen. You have Playful Heart. Cool. Apparition, I think you will like it too. It's nice. It's, yeah, for all this work that we're doing, it's a good deck. Oh, interesting. My voice tarot said that that's how she felt about Apparition Tarot, that she touched it and it turned her off strangely. It happens, yeah, it happens. And I think I had it with a few decks, but this Apparition, I was actually surprised. I really like it. Yeah, rose petal can be difficult. As much as beautiful, you're like, fuck off, rose petal. Let me shuffle. Yeah, I get it. Essence, yeah. If you know, it's disappointing when you hold the deck and it just doesn't feel good. Yeah, totally. It can be spooky like this. Oh, Neem. Okay, cool. Neem. I stopped calling you Essence 818. So listen to Lina. Yep. Listen to Lina. Habari gani? Yeah. All right, so this is the favorite modern tarot, and this is a very quiet deck. I don't think many people know about it. I did a review about this deck. It's called the Everyday Tarot. It's a square deck by Dawn Zichko, and she posts on her IG just quietly. But you know what? There's just something about this deck. I know it's not many people maybe cup of tea because it's one of those photographic decks and they seem not to be picking up, like, wow, amazing. But there is something about this deck. I love the feel of it. It's quiet. It has just different type of layers in it. So you it shows like regular life, she just took photographs of her life, her family. So it's something, I don't know, when you put the cards together, I like the vibe of it. There is just something magical about this deck. So I picked it for my favorite modern deck because it does feel quite modern. So this is the Everyday Tarot by Dawn Zichko. And also I loved in 2020, and I got it in 2020, the Rainbow Heart Tarot. I have to show it because I read with this deck so often. And it's this deck, the Rainbow Heart. I don't know if you guys have it. The Sovereign Oracle, it's great, right? Yeah, Queen said, exchanging the Kwanzaa greetings. So this is the Rainbow Heart Tarot, and I think it's modern in a way. It uses, I mean, it's still kind of, traditional in a sense, but it's modern in a way that it has this like crazy colors, goes back to kind of 70s with the font as well. It's beautiful. It reads nice. It's kind of like a regular tarot for readings, and I used it a lot in my readings, and I love it because also it has Artemis from Ephesus as Empress, and quite a few beautiful kind of goddess-like figures that I'm kind of all juicy about. Rose petal finish. I can see there's like few jokes going on about that. Oh, Melanie, you got it right. Is it? You see. Listen to Kasia. Kasia knows. Yeah, we sometimes laugh with Melanie, Lady Alchemilla here, because we good friends, so we exchange, like sometimes we have similar style, obviously, sometimes we have different tastes, and sometimes I say, you will like this deck, and she goes, no, I don't think so, and then she gets it, and she's like, oh, fuck, I like it, or, sometimes it's the same happens to me, so we're laughing about that. That's really funny. I'm glad you like the Rainbow Heart. Yeah, Kathy, you a little bit on the fence. Yeah, we don't need all the decks, every tiny, but it's a good reader. It's kind of like Rider-Waite-Smith, simple. Really, I like it. I like the feel of it. You know too much, Kay. Yeah. True. So that was the modern, and then the favorite art tarot. Pick any of the ones I showed, but I think from art, I love the Dream Dust Shamanic, and I love the painted tarot art-wise, but I also love, Mysteries of Mary, or I love the Story Medicine tarot. I guess I'm an art freak in general. I think art is why I'm having so many decks. This is one of the reasons. I wouldn't need all these decks just to do readings for people, but because I love art, that's why I have many decks. it inspires me, it makes me happy, you know. It's I if you ask my husband, like, I go through decks every day, I look at my decks, it makes me inspired. I just love looking at art. So this is why I have so many decks, not just for the sake of, you know, readings. Even though I change decks a lot when I read for people, I use different decks, I'm bored with the same deck. But yeah, I just love art. So yeah, Lina from Fire of Transformation and Melanie. Sometimes when you have small hands, just people find it difficult to shuffle big decks. And for example, the Rainbow Heart Tarot is a little bit bigger than a regular tarot deck. So it's just so beautiful. Look at that Queen of Swords. So if this is the kind of regular tarot, it's more like an oracle deck, which I love. I love the big decks. Don't stop me. Oh, hi, Kasia. Yeah, so my favorite vintage tarot, and this is the one that I got this year. And again, I'm a lucky and love to biatch. So this is from our friend Natalia. She has sent me one of her Toff decks, and that's the vintage Toff, right? And it actually feels different. And I don't know if it's because it came from her or because it's older and it has different paper and somebody used it before her even, you know. It just feels good. So this is my favorite tarot deck in vintage tarot, because I think this is the only vintage tarot. I actually bought for myself off eBay the greenie. I found one which was for like $75 because it doesn't have a box. So, but I wanted to have a greenie, so I bought myself a greenie. But it went into the US, into my friend's Kasia place. So I don't know when I'm going to get it, because postage to Poland over this Christmas time, it's just crazy. So I don't want to do that. Oh, John, hey. Hey, John. Yep, prepare. If you faint-hearted and you don't have much of personal will, do not watch my videos because you're going to buy all the decks. I'm just laughing because John wrote, "Are you making us all jealous again?" It's not my intention. I just want to share, but yep, I can imagine. Yeah, Lennon, sorry. What else do we have? Oh, Tammy, you don't have the old one. Yeah, it will come to you. Tammy, you are getting the old Toff. Yeah, thanks, Neem. I've been collecting tarot since 1998, I guess. And then since 2014, like, just getting every deck I like, basically. So this is all I spend my money on, I think. I don't care much about clothes and all the other stuff, so yeah. What is my favorite tarot for reading for clients? You know what? I change all the time. I change for my own mental health because I get bored. Recently, I have been using for tarot, for client readings, I have been using all sorts of decks. I have been using the Shimmering Veil. I have been using the Rainbow Heart Tarot. I've been using the Star Seeker. I have been using the Story Medicine, a Playful Heart Tarot as well. So I use a lot of different decks to challenge myself, to expand also, and just not to get bored. And I get a lot of regular, returning customers. So also for people not to get bored with seeing constantly the same deck, I like to swap. But recently I have been using a lot of these that I mentioned. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, my voice tarot. See you soon. Bye. And oh, Jen, you bought a greenie too. There you go. Hey, Marta. Asha digs my energy. It's good. Neem says, I know it varies, but when you are acquiring decks, are primarily looking for what you like or what you think will broaden your client base, or purely as a collector? I don't think I would call myself a collector per se, because I think as a collector, you collect decks often to maybe make profit later. I play with all my decks constantly. I opened, I got the Saints Tarot by Robert M. Place. It was shrink wrapped. I could have probably sell it for hundreds of dollars, but I wanted that deck. I want to have it. I use it. So I usually buy decks mostly because I'm drawn to them art-wise. Sometimes or there is a subject matter that's really interesting to me. So this one would be I love Robert M. Place's art, but this is also the subject matter that it's really interesting for me. So yeah, I think that would be the two main things. And I guess you can really broaden your approach to tarot with any deck. You can do it with Rider-Waite-Smith if you're a skilled reader, right? Oh, Joseph. Oh, Joseph. Oh, one of my first clients. That's true. I remember you, Joseph. That's a long time ago. Wow, cool. Nice to see you. I hope you're well. Thanks, Neem. Okay, I answered the question. Good. So many decks to enjoy. Exactly. What's a greenie? Lina, it's a green, a green version. The Tov deck with those green borders. Something went off with the printing and it's called greenie. So it's a Tov deck. Oh, Simon, you did. You found your Tarot of Saints on the market stall sealed. Well, that's a good find. I was waiting for this deck for years. Oh, I thought I never get it. Oh, Carol, you're waiting for the Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. Yeah, US mail is very slow. I'm waiting still for my moon calendar from April. And it's been over a month. I wanted to start New Year with my round calendar, but it's not here yet. It takes forever to get to Europe as well. Lina says that we are collectors, usually have to engage with their collections, especially. Yeah, I've nothing against, me being a collector. I just always think that when you're collecting decks, you kind of you have them, sealed often, or you have second copies or first editions, second editions, every editions. So I'm kind of maybe semi-collector. The Tarot of Saints is... Yeah, Tammy, I hope you get this one too. Future... oh, Rose! Ooh, Rose, I haven't seen you forever. Check Future Ancestors deck and K-Tarot. I've never heard of those, Rose. I'm going to write it down before I... Future Ancestors deck. K-Tarot. Oh, and also Oya's girl, so Queen said she found this amazing Onye tarot, and she had this interview with these two friends, a white girl and a black girl. It's so sweet. They're 20 years old, and the one girl did the tarot as a gift to her friend who was her muse for the tarot deck. It's incredible, and just the artwork in this deck as well. But yeah, you can go to Oya's girl channel and watch this interview. I found it so cute and inspiring. It's really sweet. Oh, Queen Osset says that she'll be buying less decks. Nothing come out has caught my eye. Yeah, nothing that has come out. You have access to mass-produced decks, and unfortunately nothing in the indie arena sparks my interest. Yeah. I think, I guess we all go through this. I go through periods like this. Even now, if you ask me, if I had anything as on my wish list, I would have to think really hard. But maybe because I have so many decks, I just still find new decks or, deepen the connections to the decks that we have. Yeah, I could totally dig that. I know, Marta, I'm waiting for the Black Madonna deck. Okay, this one is on my wish list. Totally. Yeah, Lina, this is a tough deck. That's why it doesn't ring a bell. I know. No, so nice to see you, Rose. I miss you, Rose. Okay, I'm finishing. Your favorite deck of the year? no way I'm answering this question. So I guess all of these decks that I showed you would be in one form or another my favorite decks. It's just, yeah, as I said, because I change the decks often, and I also used a lot of Oracle decks this year, and I find mixing tarot and Oracle decks is amazing. It's something that I love. It's something that I think deepens my readings. Like, for example, today even I got this one card which was Death card from Apparition Tarot, and it was like, what am I thankful for, you know? And I was thinking, you know, transformation, blah blah blah, and then I pulled one little word from that Whispering Words oracle, and I pulled ancestors, and I went, yeah, deaf ancestors, dead people, yeah, right, that's what I am thankful for. So it totally narrowed my understanding of the death card. And sometimes oracle cards just do that. I love that mixing. And you know, I show a lot of this in this creative tarot class, because this is, I think this is something I would probably record creative tarot class too, because I have so many ways and crazy mixes that I do every day. Yeah. Well, I'm waiting also, Queen Osset and Lennon, I'm waiting for those decks, you know, from the, oh God, what is it called? The Strangers and the Friends decks. Help me out here, Queen Osset. Who makes those? I drew a blank. Anyway, these are the decks with questions. And you have the Strangers decks, you have like Friends decks. They have amazing questions. And also on René's channel, Meadow like Miss Skin Deep. Thanks, Lennon. Yeah, exactly. Skin Deep on Instagram. You have to, guys, check their account. They do the most moving videos and just projects, and these decks that they create are incredible. They just simple decks of questions, so don't expect any art, like, you know, but the questions are deep and they're really interesting, and they go like, I want to organize one of those meetings with some of you, like just, you know, get a few people together and like ask those questions. And Queen Osset and René, they did it on René's channel with a few other people, so you can check it out too. It's really cool. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, right, Kathy, that was a very good clarification pull with the little oracle card. I was like, oh, exactly, that makes total sense, because I did also this ancestral class with Lara Veleda Vesta. She's a, you know, lady on Instagram from Runes, and I love her work so much, so we're still finishing this class. The last question. Lina and Melanie, I am not going to answer that question. This is my list. This is what I wrote. I wrote Story Medicine, Mysteries of Mary, Dream Dust Shamanic, Playful Heart, Carol Hetzel, Rainbow Heart, Energy Source Tarot, Dream Awake Tarot. So, you know, all these decks that I showed, I love them. I wouldn't have gotten them. So I only take decks and show decks and review decks that I love. That's why you'll find it maybe hard to find a deck on my IG or on my YouTube that I kind of just show, and maybe I don't criticize a lot, because I mostly love the decks that I get. So, you know, this is something that I just chose for myself. It works for me. I only show decks that I like. I don't know how to bullshit, or I probably could do the objective critique, but why would I bother? I just want to use decks that I have, and have decks that I use and love. So that's me. Minoan Tarot. Oh, hi, Amber. Nice to see you. Minoan Tarot. Yeah, Rose, I got this Minoan Tarot when you were posting with it like years ago. And you know that I haven't used it yet. I know it's time it's coming, because I love Ellen Lorenzi Prince decks, but haven't used it much. So, yeah. Queen Osset is moving back to playing cards and the Berlin. Is it Berlin or Berlin? Berlin. I have Berlin Oracle. I like it. And playing cards, yeah, that's kind of something I could. It's of it's interesting. And I think Ana Cortez, I don't know if you know her, Queen Osset, she has a cool school as well. And I think her deck and her book is coming out mass produced maybe by Schiffer next year at some point. Yeah, Kathy, you want to play Skin Deep with me? Okay. I did mention Shimmering Veil Tarot, yeah. It was one of my favorite tarot in beauty, or favorite tarot. I found the most beautiful Mel. Yeah, Lina says that for her it's definitely the Playful Heart Tarot, the most impactful tarot of the year. It would be hard for me to pick one, seriously. It would be really hard. Yeah, I will think about it, but I don't think I can pick one because I used so many also. So yeah, I guess, guys, we've done that. 1 hour and 20, all the questions answered with multiple choices. And yeah, I just wanted to show you, to like say goodbye, these gorgeous postcards that do you remember Magdalena from Wolf of Coins? And she's creating the Slavic oracle. I don't know, I think it's going to be part of the oracle too, but she just sent me some postcards for Christmas, and it's all this beautiful Slavic goddess, you know, with the sun being born. So all this mythology, I think it's present in every country in the world. So I hope you enjoyed this hangout. It was great to, you know, see you guys and do another live together. And yeah, Simon, you have to see the Skin Deep on Instagram. They have all these different videos with these questions, the cards, people ask each other the questions. They're so moving. I love it. Jen says that she loved the artwork of Minoan Tarot. Yeah. We all should do Skin Deep. We do. We should. I think it just would be, you know, for technical reasons and so that everybody can say something, would be nice to just have a few people at a one time, because otherwise it's just like we won't be able to answer all those questions. But yeah. Yeah, Queen Osset says that she will be doing another meetup like with the Skin Deep cards on January 3rd. So it will be on her channel if you guys want to check it out. If you don't know what it is, you can see on Renee's channel, Meadowlark Mystic. They did it once, so you can see. I watched it and it was really cool. Oh, Kerstin, you got too late. You will watch the reply because we're saying goodbye now. Yeah, Queen Osset says that she's both a user and a seller, so she must do objective reviews. Yeah, and I choose only decks that I like. So my reviews are definitely objective and very personally objective or subjective in the sense, because I only pick decks that I like from the get-go. So thank you everyone for joining me. It was fun. Whenever I do this live, before live, I always feel like, ugh, bit nervous. I don't know why, because I probably never practice enough of those lives. But yeah, it was great to see you all. And I speak to you soon. I will post another vlog from my wonderful winter nature here in Poland. I did a wonder walk with Deck for Wonder Walking today again, and it was a bit frosty. So there is a video coming from me like this, and it was great to see everybody. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good holiday, and we see you next year for sure, maybe before that as well. And happy 2021 to all of us. I hope the world will be a better place, for we will be amazing the next year. Much love, guys. Thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye. Bye, everyone.